tracking on the car, on the phone?
On the phone, you know, they offer a lot of different apps that you can download.
You let him do this?
I did.
She's 21, he's 42, and they say they're in love. So what's the only thing stopping Reianna and Joseph from walking down the aisle? They have zero trust. Joseph says he caught Reianna in a car with another man and hasn't been able to trust her since. He even used spy surveillance equipment on her phone to catch her in lies. Reianna says her boyfriend's constant accusations of cheating are out of control. She says the only way they don't get in a fight is if they're attached at the hip so he can see where she is. So is Reianna crossing the line, or is Joseph just being paranoid? Hey there, Joseph.
Hello.
So you've even used surveillance equipment on Rihanna's phone?
Yes, I have.
Okay, if you've been, being able to track her down, why are you convinced that she's cheating on you?
Well, it's the little lies that she tells all the time. So the surveillance equipment that I put on her phone shows her at one location, but when I call her, she says, well, I'm over here, but she's not there. She's somewhere else.
How many times has Joseph accused you of cheating?
At least once to twice a day.
Oh, wow. Once or twice a day?
Yeah.
Joseph, can you define the surveillance? What do you got? Tracking on the car, on the phone?
On the phone, you know, they offer a lot of different apps that you can download.
You let him do this?
I did.
Joseph, do you believe Reianna can have male friends that she's not engaged and involved with romantically?
Yeah, but no.
Wait, why not?
Well, yeah, why
Let's hear
not?
your story.
It's okay. It's the lies. It's that in the deceit that makes me think that is fire, playing with fire. If I let you talk to all of these guys, everybody, that's playing with
Active
fire.
audience, Joseph.
Guys are thirsty.
So is this a problem because you've cheated on everybody that you've been with and you can see how it happened?
There you go, Judy. There
It
you
could be
go.
a problem. I've been one of those thirsty guys. and look, I mean, she's a beautiful young lady.
I'd like to know if Reianna's got the same tracking device and is following you around, snooping on everything you do. Reianna, do you?
I have.
Oh,
I have
wow.
done that, yes.
Okay. All right, because we're about to say.
But did you do that after Joseph did it first?
Yes.
Like, two can play that game,
Yes.
right?
So Reianna, let me ask you this. Have you had a history of infidelity as well? Have you cheated on other people in the
Yes.
past? Okay,
Yes.
all right, so both of you have. And both of you have trust issues, and this actually sometimes gets into bigger conflicts between the two of you. So some of these fights can get pretty explosive. Tell us about that.
I had this case full of glasses, you know, wine glasses, shot glasses, different, you know, crystal and stuff like that, lighted. Well, one night she just slams it to the ground.
What kind of statement were you trying to make there, Reianna?
Honestly, I wasn't trying to make a statement at all. It's mainly, I just can't control it. Like, I feel like when something gets to a certain point, it just like sends a tick, like a nerve.
Would you switch seats with me?
Reianna, it's not just the glasses in the case. You've broken phones, you've
I've
thrown
broken
things at
multiple
Joseph.
things. I've been like that since I was a child.